National Population Commission, providing demographic data for national development.
I want to say that these modern censuses that are happening in this round, they are the backbone of rebuilding the entire population data system in the country. Don't underestimate what this census can be. Geo-referenced census, start thinking about the platform by which it's going to be disseminated and shared, and that's going to set up every local area to have the kind of data needed for development. It's going to be where you can evaluate the quality of your civil registration system. This geo-tagging of data that's going to happen in this census in Nigeria, this is the absolute new beginning of data. We stand with you. I just want to be clear with Collins. You have, who is the new CTA, you have the best UNFPA can bring to Nigeria. We will be behind him, backing him and backing ULA. We'll bring in people from other countries, we'll talk, we'll come back and forth. We'll do all we can to make sure this is successful, and we're not just excited, we're dedicated to this.
Census Track is brought to you by the National Population Commission, the Nigerian government agency that provides demographic data for national development.
I tell my taff again.
Okay. I'm Okamaka Ede.
Okamaka Ede. Okay. Okamaka Ede.
Jimnabe Mpamba Amozam.
Amozam. Kano West. Okay. Okay. Oh, Kamala Amozam. Ifuwo. Yeah.
Ogamoda, age.
Oh, yeah, all the 28 years.
28 years old. Okay. The particular day. The month. June 6th. June 6th. Okay. June 6th. Okay. The year am I?
1994.
Okay, 1994. Okay.
My husband's name is Sunday Gochuko.
For Ejike Eze, Enugu State NPC Federal Commissioner, a visit to a traditional ruler, Igwe Chibuike Oko of Ndiagu Opuno Autonomous Community, Akbugo in Nkanu West Council area, is important to seek his blessings for the success of the trial census. The traditional ruler prayed for the success of the trial census and pledged his support. As expected, enumerators and their supervisors carried out the exercise with all the seriousness it deserves, despite the poor internet connectivity in some areas.
Well, we've had a lot of challenges, starting from ranging from the villagers refusing to talk to us. Well, because we tried it on our own before, we now went back to talk to our local guard to please accompany us, because most of them weren't actually doing their work, though they were given to us on the first day, but along the line they bailed on us. So we had to go back to the CSO and plead with him, and he complied. He gave us, in fact, he changed some, and the work is ongoing very well.
And when we were doing house listing, they took part. But when it comes to this actual census, they try to dodge.
Residents who were enumerated spoke to Population Timeline.
To know the accurate figure, a database of Nigerian citizens.
So you understand what census?
I know.
I feel so happy and good. At least it shows that regardless of how inside here is, that the people were able to come here. So I feel so good.
The monitoring team were also at Ajago Ngwo in Enugu North, where another monitor was on duty.
I can observe that they're doing the work very well, because from the other locality I went to, this Enugu North, they're doing well. They're doing very, very well.
And then another one is difficult terrain. We have difficulties coming up here because of the bad road. Sometimes we have to go up the hill, or then cross stream before we will be able to locate our EAs.
The indigenes, that's the people living in this area. By the time you meet them, some of them they might not be at home at the moment, so we have to go and come back the next day for us to be able to make sure that we get the number of people living in a particular household within that same building.
Very well. The assessment is okay because people are responding to the questionnaire, but very few of them are refusing.
The top officials of the National Population Commission gave their assessment of the trial census during an interview with Population Timeline.
We thank God, so far the security have been on top of the game. So generally, I would say that we have been excellent.
Some of the challenges are things that we can really handle, like there are places they won't have network to post their work because we are doing digital trial census. So after they get the data, they ought to post it to the cloud. But sometimes they say that they don't have network, so they have to travel some distance to now post the work.
Well, census is for development. Even in the midst of security challenges, you need to plan. Some of the challenges we are having security-wise is as a result of absence of some data. So the trial census we are doing is just a preparation towards the actual census for us to be able to test our preparedness for the actual census coming up next year.
The trial census was conducted in Nkanu West, Enugu North, Isuzo, Izagu, Oje River, Udi, Udenu, Uzowani, and Igweze North local governments of Enugu State. "45 enumeration areas in 9 local governments were covered during the trial census in Ekiti State. The 9 local governments are Moba, Ikole, Oye, Ado-Ekiti, Irekpodun, Ifelodun, Ijero, Emure, Iseorun, and Gboi. Population timeline covered the trial census in 5 local governments of Ado-Ekiti, Emure, Iseorun, Gboi, and Ikole-Ekiti. The Ekiti State Director of the National Population Commission, Adeonju Samuel Aimola, and the State Coordinator, Onyeji Letitia Neka, ensured a visit to traditional rulers in the course of the exercise. The traditional rulers commended President Muhammadu Buhari for approving the conduct of the census, which will greatly assist in Nigeria's quest for development.
We know the importance of census because it's very important. Statistics is very important, especially for planning purposes. There is no country in the world that can develop without proper data, statistics. When you are planning, you need statistics. You need to know the number of people you are planning for, whether in the health sector, in the educational sector, in provision of even infrastructural facilities. You have to know the number of people, and that is why statistics is very important. And having said that, we know that we need to cooperate with the government to make sure that the program was successful. To make sure that the program is successful. Because without the cooperation of the community, there is no way you can achieve success. That is why we have sensitized our people about the importance of census, how they should cooperate with you people, and to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
We appreciate you people. Thank you very much. And we want to commend my able supervisor and his emeritus. We came here the other time when they were doing building, numbering, and household listing. And our Baba also testified how they are working. So before he could get to where they stay, by 6:30, they have already gone for their work. That is to show the commitment and seriousness. So we thank you for taking care of them. We thank you for all your assistance as well.
It is a welcome one because there is a need for a nation to plan. A nation that does not plan will not be able to do anything for a citizen. So this is a trial census. So this is going to tell them what they are expecting next year. So we wholeheartedly welcome it. And I'm very happy that it's taking place in my domain. So I'm grateful to the federal government for this exercise and to the state government, to the chairman, to the state directors and all members of this MPC. So they are doing a very wonderful job. God will continue to be with them.
Enumerators and supervisors did their work as expected, due largely to personal commitment to the success of the trial census and the training received.
People are cooperating due to the proper advocacy. We are receiving maximum cooperation from people. It's only that some are not around, which we need to wait and see them. Maybe in the evening time we call back.
Our OEA is God's own schools. That's the area. That's the special features. At where? At Emure here. It's a special feature at Emure here because in our enumeration part they give us where to cover. And what we got there, they really, cooperate with us.
As your allowance have been paid?
For sure. We commend them for that.
I can see you are smiling.
Yes, we commend them for that. They keep to their promise and we appreciate that. That's what ginger us to do more than what they expected.
So far so good. We don't have any challenges.
because the communities are very supportive and they are cooperating with us. And the respondents are also cooperating because of the level of awareness.
You take how many minutes you can enumerate a household?
And also it depends on the numbers of person that the household comprises. Some household we have like 5 people. So sometimes you spend up to 25 minutes for an household. It depends on the numbers of the people in that household.
If you are to enumerate only one person, it will take how many minutes?
7 minutes.
How is the machine working?
It's working perfectly. Good network, good, everything good. The battery capacity is strong, everything is good. It's working perfectly. It's working perfectly.
Even the people that we are doing the work for, they are very cooperating. At the locality we are working, they are very cooperative. There is no challenges at all.
A resident of Ekiti in Emure local government of Ekiti State, Ojo Toyin, told Population Timeline that she is happy to have been enumerated. Monday Samuel, who resides in Ekiti, in Boeing Council area of Ekiti State, disclosed that he is eagerly awaiting the conduct of the 2023 Population and Housing Census and its outcome, so that more social amenities can be provided for them due to the large population which is presently underestimated.
Trial Census, in fact, the enumerator and facilitator they are tried since last week. Everything is moving friendly, everything is okay, no problem. In fact, we are that population commission, we are doing a great job for us.
We need to sensitize our people so that they will come out en masse to register their name, so that our population will not be shallow. The population, because some people will just say federal government that they are doing nothing. If we refuse to register, it will reduce our population, so that as we do the registration, if we reduce our population, we will now learn from the federal government. But if people come out en masse, they will know this community is not a small community again, that it will facilitate more development to our people.
The state coordinator and director attributed the success of the trial census in Ekiti State to support from all stakeholders and the mobilization undertaken prior to the exercise.
It is very, very important, because with this, we can use it to assess all the things that is happening, and the truth that you know the ones to amend, you know the ones to remove, you know the ones to add. All these things we are testing, so that during the census proper, everything will go on well.
Fantastic. We receive a lot of cooperation throughout the state, in all the 9 communities, or maybe the 9 localities, or the 9 SA we are having the trial census.
Michael Olajide Oguntumehi is the Senior Special Assistant to the Ekiti State Governor on Planning Services and Population Matters, while Ayodeji Ajayi is the Federal Commissioner representing Ekiti State in National Population Commission headquarters in Abuja.
What we have been doing is that we have tried a lot to actually mobilize our people, especially the chairmen of local governments and LCDAs. We have informed them, the traditional council, and all the critical stakeholders, women leaders, youth leaders. We have informed them that they should allow them to perform this exercise, and that is why we are experiencing a hitch-free exercise that we are witnessing at the moment.
Commission for the disabled, they want an accurate figure of the number of disabled. There are people who are walking in the street that people don't classify as disabled, but they are actually disabled by the law setting up that commission. We should be able to give them the information they require so as to be able to plan for themselves. And for the private sector, you don't just go into production for the sake of doing production. You must have a ready market for whatever you are producing. And some of this demographic data will help them to plan what they will produce and how to market them. So it's a very key thing. And I'm happy the president of this nation, President Muhammadu Buhari, has given us most of the resources we require to do census in 2023. And I assure Nigerians will make a success of it.
What are the level of
9 local governments of Yobe State were selected for the trial census. They are Yunusari, Gaidam, Gulani, Jakusko, Karaswa, Yusufari, Nangere, Fune and Potiskum. 3 each representing the 3 senatorial zones. May Aliu Muhammad, the Federal Commissioner representing Yobe State in the National Population Commission headquarters in Abuja, inspected the exercise in Gaidam, Jakusko, Karaswa and Nangere. Population Timeline joined the inspection team in Karaswa and Jakusko Council areas.
The exercise is very successful. I have not encountered any challenge whatsoever. I have no problem.
I'm feeling so excited. I'm very happy that my house is counted, as we really appreciate the effort of the government for conducting such kind of activities in our area.
What is the importance of census in Nigerians?
Okay. Alhamdulillah, census is very, very important to us, that's Nigerians, in terms of knowing how many people living in such areas.
Not so far so good. There's no problem for the people of Karage town. They have received us. They have been cooperating very well.
So actually we did not face any challenge because the people have cooperated. So we did not face any challenge in this town. And my recommendation to them is, Gastia, we really appreciate their effort, and not only the people of the community, the local government at large.
Ibrahim Muhammad Ali disclosed that their acceptance by residents reduced the burden of enumeration in Jakusko local government, where some residents who have been counted equally spoke to Population Timeline.
I feel well. Yes, I feel nice.
What is the importance of census in Nigerians?
The importance of census is to know the number of Nigerians.
I'm very much grateful because I feel as a true Nigerian now, because I'm counted.
Support from stakeholders, which includes traditional rulers, political class and religious leaders, contributed greatly towards the success of the trial census in Yobe State.
I'm very happy and satisfied with what I have seen in Gaidam, in Yusufari, in Karaswa, in Jakusko, in Nangere, in Poteskum, and as well as in Fune. Everything is being done according to what we have planned much earlier. And all the staff are on the field. They are doing their best. Some of them, they are even ahead of time. There are few challenges in some places, especially now that it's flooding. You find that there are heavy rains all over the places. Alhamdulillah, we thank God for that. And secondly, the other challenge is that when our enumerators visit the various houses for enumeration, they find that most of the people have gone to farms. And this is because this is farming season, and it's understandable. And that's why in the main census, we have avoided a rainy season.
The exercise is going on smoothly as proposed. Census, is very important to every sector of the society, especially when it comes to structure. By structure, I mean demographic structure. That means the working class, non-working class, male, female, age, and education as well, including economy.
So far so good. Exercise is going on as stipulated, as arranged. We have gone through so many LGS and so many ES. We have seen our enumerators doing the interview as they were trained, and it was the standard set by the National Population Commission, and we are achieving results. So we have some challenges in some places, but it has been resolved.
Residents are looking forward towards another triumph in the April 2023 Population and Housing Census, which will be held in all the 774 council areas of Nigeria.